Hey, what's up? This is Jermaine Morgan and you're watching Jermaine Morgan TV. Today I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to talk about this thing that people talk about, I don't have enough time. This myth of not having enough time. And I say it myth because, you know, we all have the same amount of hours in a day, and sometimes you hear people talk about, you know, I got this going on, I got that going on, I'm just too busy, I don't have time to practice, I don't have enough time to put into this instrument. And that might even be you that's saying that. And trust me, I'm not trying to bash anybody or anything like that, because me, myself, I know what it feels like to feel like you don't have enough time. And what I've learned over the years, it actually comes down to prioritizing. Sometimes you can be just busy to the point to where you feel like you don't have enough time, but trust me, everybody's given the same 24 hours in a day. And I study people, not in a sense where I'm just looking at everybody and just trying to watch every second of their life, but I watch habits of people who do really well, and I watch habits of people who don't do really well, or people who always make excuses, or I call it the fintu people. For the southern people who know what I'm talking about when I say the term fintu. I'm finna do this and I'm finna do that. So I watch those people, and most of those people never accomplish the thing that they set out to do, simply because they didn't make it a top priority to do whatever that thing was. And the thing I want to say to you today, not to get on here and start preaching a sermon to you, anything like that, but I do want you to be aware of what you are doing with your time. The time you say you don't have. How much of your time are you freely giving away? You have to keep that stuff in mind when you say you don't have enough time. Things you want to start thinking about, especially if you want to be a musician or whatever your thing might be. It might not even be a musician. I assume most musicians are watching this. This is why I address the musicians all the time. But if you're trying to be a musician, or if you're trying to be something, or you're trying to be better at playing music, I'll say that. Be careful of how you're giving out your time. How much time are you spending on social media? That's, for me, that can easily take up, if you kind of count the time that you done checked Facebook, or you done check your Instagram, or whatever y'all on, Snapchat, all this different stuff. If you count the minutes up throughout the day that you jump on there to check something, or you get caught like just surfing the web because something just popped up on your timeline. You went on there just to check a notification, and then you ended up surfing for like 15 minutes and you lost 15 minutes of your time. Now, if that happened 3 or 4 times a day, it's not hard to lose an hour. Just there with social media alone. I know with YouTube, how much time do we spend watching videos on YouTube? Like, are you on here learning stuff, like educational stuff? Or are you on here just kind of goofing off, watching whatever the next video is? Or if you spend a lot of time on social media, it's just for leisure, it's just for entertainment, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I think there's a healthy balance of prioritizing over doing that stuff. And even you got to take in consideration like TV. Like me being transparent, I cut my TV off probably about almost 2 to 3 years ago at my house. Before then, I wasn't watching a whole lot of TV. I only watch TV like right before I go to bed, that type of thing. And that's about as much as I was watching TV. And as far as the programs, I'm not gonna get into all of the dynamics and specifics of me watching TV. But I cut that out, and I noticed how much time for me personally opened up when I cut the TV off. Because that was hours out of my day. Even though I didn't watch that much TV, sometimes I would get stuck on, I'm like a History Channel dude. I get stuck on History Channel and watch about 3 or 4 episodes or something, and that's 2 hours already gone right there, just from TV alone, just taking away times of my day. Because I know, just say you only get 6 to 8 hours of sleep a day, the average person. And so if you're working a 9 to 5, that's gonna take 8 more hours out of your day. You only got so many more hours left to work with during that day. So what are you doing with those hours? How are you giving these hours away? If you're driving, if you're commuting, that kind of thing, you got 2 hours that you're taking away, depending on how far you're driving back and forth from home and that kind of thing. So you really, all this being said, you just really have to be aware of what's taking your time. When you say you don't have enough time, make sure you've done all the necessary homework to see, okay, where am I losing my time? Because if you're not working a job that requires you to be there 16 hours, 18 hours of the day, you really shouldn't have much of an excuse. I mean, to be honest, because we all have things going on, man. I'm a father, full-time father, super dad. You know, I'm here. My job is different from a lot of people. I get to be at home. That's the plus side of it. But at the same time, I do work here at home. And I keep these videos up as well as other stuff that I have going on, mixing records, recording, writing songs, all that kind of stuff. And I find myself having to prioritize literally everything that I have to do. Now, something that's worked for me, it might not work for you, but I'm just giving you what works for me. I literally write down, I heard Jim Rohn say one time or several times, don't start the day until you already finish the day. Literally write down the night before you get ready to start your next day. Write down everything you're trying to do that next day, everything you're trying to accomplish in detail. If it's just, I gotta go to the store and pick up some bread, write that down on your list. Write down everything you need to accomplish that next day, including I need to practice for 15, 20, 30 minutes, however long you need to practice. I gotta go somewhere and do something for my wife. I gotta go pick my kids up from school. I gotta drop my kids off at school. All of those different things you should be listed down and go through there and check it off. I do it on my phone. It's really easy to do it on my phone. I can make me a little checklist, and I go through there and check off everything as I get it done throughout the day. And I found for me, that makes me that much more productive because now I have a task, now I have a target goal. I'm being very intentional about what I have to do that day, and it helps me to even plan my schedule out for the week, as well as knowing what you're gonna do that day. Start planning your week out, start planning your month out. And then if you can get, I haven't even got to this one yet, being able to plan my whole year out. I mean, it's so chaotic around here having a new baby. I got a new baby too, y'all, by the way, for the ones of you that don't know. It's on my family vlog. You can find the link to it on my homepage, or that kind of thing. But we do have a new child, so I'm the father of three little ones that run around here all day while I'm trying to get stuff done. So trust me, the struggle is real to find time to do stuff. But again, I just want to leave y'all with this idea. Make sure you prioritize your time. Don't make excuses. Don't make excuses for why you can't get anything done. Make sure you do all the necessary things to make that time, or to find that time to get the things you need to get done. And you'll find out you have a little bit more time than what you think, because we all have the same set of 24 hours in a day. Listen, I just wanted to just kind of share that with you, and hopefully this helps somebody in kind of finding that time that they need to practice, or to get better, or to spend more time with your family, all that kind of stuff. Hopefully this helped you along the way there. So I just wanted to open up some dialogue about that. So y'all tell me your thoughts. Give me your feedback on what you think towards that subject. How do you use your time? How do you plan your day? That type of stuff. Leave some comments below. Let me hear from y'all, and I'll see y'all on next week. I'm out of here.